Hello, Baller Boy crew. Welcome back to my channel. Before we start, can you make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment for more videos just like this. In today's video, we're going to be ranking the 3 most underperforming teams throughout the 24-25 NBA season. In my last video, we did the most overperforming teams, so if you haven't seen that, make sure to go check it out after you watch this one. Also guys, I'm sorry for that last video that I used an AI generated voice. When I woke up this morning, my voice wasn't feeling strong enough to actually make a video. So I'm sorry that I had to use an AI generated voice. But anyway, with that out the way, let's get into the video. At 3, we have the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks have a record of 8-7, which would put them at 11th in the West. At first glance, this doesn't seem that bad, but until you realize that this was the same team that made the finals last year. This team had high expectations this year as they just made the finals the previous season, but this year they're playing nothing like they were last year. A lot of players on this Mavericks roster are just underperforming to their usual expectations. Some of these notable players include Klay Thompson, PJ Washington, and Derek Lively, but none of these compare to Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is having one of the worst starts to a season of his young NBA career so far. He's averaging an inefficient 28.7 points per game, and he's playing no defense. He's shooting a dreadful 43% from the field and 32% from 3, which is a career low. Kyrie Irving has been one of the only bright spots on this Mavericks roster. He's averaging a very clean 25 points per game on splendid efficiency. But in order for this Mavericks team to be good, they need effort from the whole roster, not just one specific player. Which is the main reason on why the Mavericks suck right now. Although I do think Luka Doncic will get better throughout the season, right now this Mavericks team is a mess and is why they're number 3 on my list. As my second most underperforming team this season, I have the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks this season have been on a total roller coaster. They currently have a 6-9 record, which is 9th in the East. The Milwaukee Bucks are bottom 6 in the league in 3-point percentage allowed. They have no true identity on defense, which is why they're 10th to last in the NBA in defensive rating. Another reason this Bucks team is so bad is because they rely on Giannis's big games to win games. For example, Giannis had to score 59 points just to barely beat the Pistons by 7 points in overtime. I feel like another reason the Bucks are underperforming is because they don't have their third best player, Chris Middleton. The Bucks had a 37-18 record when Chris Middleton played last season, which is way better than their under 500 performance this season. So my final thoughts on the Bucks this season is that I think throughout the season they're going to get better and they'll eventually become a top 5 seed in the playoffs. But as of now, they need to step up their game and they also need to get help around Giannis. Yeah, I was over-checking this video before I published it, and I just realized they had Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham as coaches. Like Darvin Ham is an assistant coach and Doc Rivers is the head coach, obviously. I did not know that. That's probably why they suck right now. At number 1, and my most underperforming team this season, is the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, I understand the big 3 of the 76ers, which is Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, and Paul George, haven't really been the healthiest this season. But that is no excuse to the worst record in the league. The Philadelphia 76ers have a 2-12 record after most recently losing to the jarless Memphis Grizzlies. Coming into the season, I had massive expectations for the 76ers. I thought they were going to be NBA champions. But you're 2-12. Now, Joel just played his best game of the season, scoring 35 points, and this might be the shift changer for the season. Maybe Joel Embiid's back. Who knows? But as of now, the 76ers have the worst record in the league and probably the most disappointing start out of any good team in NBA history. So here are my thoughts for the Sixers. A couple years ago, they traded Al Horford and their 2025 pick to the OKC Thunder. Now, the OKC Thunder has Philadelphia 76ers 2025 first-round pick, unless it's in the top 6. I think since the Philadelphia 76ers are all injured, I think this season should be the one where they just tank it out and hopefully get Cooper Flag, or at least be in the top 6. Anyway, that's it for this video. Tell me what you think in the comments. Peace.